Let's try for a run through. And ready when you are.
Lobster excited us from the beginning. We had a great client, a brilliant product owner with Janssen, and more than that, we got to work with Lawless, which has been a long-held ambition. The most important thing though was that we got the opportunity to place the customer at the centre of everything that we did, and not just in some bullshitty way. They genuinely meant it.
The client knew and understood that this brand needed to be disruptive. This brand needed to shake the tree. We're coming late in on the market. The big brands out there are well established and well trusted. And here we are, we're going to come fresh out of the box with a new interesting story and turn some people's heads and get them to make the leap to a different way.
So we knew that there was a gap for an English-speaking mobile service aimed at the millions of Brits living in Europe. And we were aware of a lot of the frustrations that people faced. It's an industry that has endless options and pretty little support, and the features that were on offer weren't necessarily applicable to our users. And so we took some time listening to these frustrations and then using them to help build a brand that we believe that our users would love.
And then for us, it's in many ways one of the most exciting parts of what we do as branding people, and that's bringing it to life. And we knew straight away that the digital component to this was essential. And so working with Vitamin and bringing in the client as a collaborative team, just in that glass room back there, it was a very exciting, high energy, open forum. It was a wonderful cross-team project at that point, and we really enjoyed it, and crucially, we came out with some really exciting results.
This isn't some crazy technical company, at least not to its audience, so all the drawings and the movement needed to feel just as simple as the product. For example, a choppy frame rate of animation gave a suitably warm character of something like a flickbook. Simplicity is key, because we wanted a minimal amount of input to make something seem effortlessly alive, almost as if anyone could do it.
We eventually landed on a really simple look and feel, so confident, so reductive. Fundamentally, there's a if you like, a white canvas approach, which is just so radically different to everything else out there. So we get ourselves that very disruptive look and feel.
We brought together an unorthodox combination of animation specialists and back-end optimization engineers to create a single unified experience.
From the early workshops, we knew that we had to build a relationship with the customer. It had to be built on knowledge and trust. We also knew that we had to build empathy, and this is generally done by listening and by understanding. Voice isn't available to us to use at this point, so we had to listen to the user's movements. We had to look at every movement and give something back. So for every action, there should be a reaction.
It was important for us to understand everything that led up to them arriving with us, and then everything that followed. So we took some time investigating and understanding not only how the Lobster stores would run, but also the support that was offered to the customers. So we're trying to cater to so many different levels of confidence or even experience, and we really want to make sure that everybody is on the same page.
What would this brand be if it was a teapot, a spoon, or even a biscuit? A weird question, right? But one which we wanted to not only ask, but then answer and photograph. There were so many rounds of selection to get the absolute best pick of items, keeping in mind the balance between something timeless and modern, and yet still really evoking a sense of familiarity.
So how do we get people engaged with an otherwise pretty dull subject? We wanted all brand touch points to feel like a conversation, gently building confidence through personal interactions and clear, concise explanations.
So we split the animation into three styles: focal, ambient, and narrative, which will guide our viewers through long journeys, emphasise key information, and generally give enjoyment through the little experiences.
Lobster had to be British in values. This meant simple, reassuring, and transparent. In execution, this means a stripped-back interface, it means no jargon, and an emphasis on the movement. The design system was a single embodiment of this, and it also serves as inspiration for every interaction therefore.
For this project, we worked closely with Cerillion, the market leader in billing and mobile provisioning software. Working across offices, teams and time zones creates challenges, but nevertheless we acted as one team, pulling together to create a truly unique experience for the customer.